Hello everyone, welcome to Vishnu IAS. So as we promised today is a Monday. So it's a lazy day for everyone, right? So now we are starting with the important series called Lazy Prep, especially for all your current affairs one-stop solutions. Okay, let's begin with. So as a part of this series, each and every day we'll be discussing all the current affairs related to each subject. So let's begin with our mother of all the subjects, geography. So coming to this, so we'll be discussing 7 important topics for your mains and as well as prelims. So coming to the first topic, mangrove restoration across India. So as we know, mangroves play an important role, and also we know that there are certain states where we can see mangroves, especially in the Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, especially in the Sundarbans region and in the Tamil Nadu region. So if you observe, as we know, because of the climate change, all the mangroves are degrading. So especially our union government has taken initiative in Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Mumbai. So with that initiatives, now Tamil Nadu we can see the mangrove cover doubled in 21-24. And the same way Gujarat, see, Misty is an important scheme related to the mangroves. It has launched by our PM in 2023 on occasion of Environment Day. So please comment me in the comment section when is our Environment Day. In the same way, if you observe Mumbai, 10.2 crore project has been taken place, which resulted in planting of 3.75 lakh saplings. So this is we have to appreciate this, because this is an even local women also engaged in this. So even every year 26 July will be observed as an International Day for Conservation of Mangrove and Ecosystem. So if you see this, coming to this, so here I'll be teaching you everything about all the topics, like you can use for prelims as well as mains, especially with the help of a flowcharts. So now if you see the economic rationale behind this mangroves, so it acts as a blue carbon powerhouse and they help as a risk mitigation, and it's a biodiversity nursery, and it's a livelihood, right? For most of the people it's a livelihood, and especially when it's a flood times it acts as a barriers. So in the same way, if you see the evolution of India's policy framework with respect to this mangroves, so it started with 1987 with the National Mangrove Committee. In the 1991 and 2000 and 2013 and 2023 and 2023, as I said, MISTI is the program. So please let me know the full form of MISTI, because at the same day we can see that our PM has also launched one more program named Amrut Dharohar, which is for conservation of wetlands. So if you see, because of these efforts of our union government, you can see lot of improvement. So this is the region where we can find the mangroves, and because of the intervention of this particular aspects, there is a growth of this much hectare. This all has been given in the table so that you can read and you can directly jump into the exam. So as this is very important thing, so there should be some drivers or enablers for regarding the mangroves, right? So political campaign is a one more fund, especially for the all the mangroves or all the afforestation thing we can see, and social capital and blue carbon markets under digital public goods. And if you see, there should be some challenges, right? So biophysical and socio-economic and tenure insecurity and institutional knowledge gaps are some of the challenges associated with the mangroves, or you can see development of the mangroves. So this is the question regarding mangroves. If you see, mangroves are very important. As you know, even in 2019, before the launch of MISTI also, in UPSC in 2019 asked a question about our mangroves indirectly, depletion of mangroves. But now, as we are spending a lot on mangroves, now this is one more important. So Here I have given a mains question regarding mangroves with the model answer with the beautiful intro, body and the conclusion. So you can have a look at it. And always whenever you are writing the mains exam, so it is always important to quote some famous important person quotation at the conclusion. So if you see regarding the misty or mangroves, if you get the question in the mains, you have to remember only one quotation. Mangroves are guardians of our shoreline. Who said this? Swaminathan. So with this only one page of content, if you remember, it is useful for your prelims as well as mains. So next thing. So wind energy versus a bird conservation. So if you see, wind conservation plays an important role because we are going to renewable energy sources, and recently we achieved the target before 5 years, that is reaching 50% to non-fossil fuels. So because of this and bird conservation both plays an important role. So if you see here, so Wildlife Institute of India has studied and said, especially in the Rajasthan Thar desert, because of the wind farms, bird mortality rate has been increased. That's in the news. Because of this, we need to know about the Central Asian flyway because that is the important source for all the migratory birds and it's a flyway for birds. So, if you see this key highlights of this, so Jaisalmer, it span across 3000 square kilometers, and if you observe, there are 4464 birds per square kilometer annually, and it's approximately 1.24 deaths per turbine per month. It's huge. So if you observe, raptors and endangered great Indian bustard is an important species we can see, and because of this is a very important. And if you observe here, Gujarat tops in the wind power, next Tamil Nadu, then if you take consider a place, Rajasthan Jaisalmer ranks at top, which gives us a lot of wind energy. So again with this, I said we have given one more mains question regarding the land use conflicts between the renewable energy and the avian conservation with examples. So we have mentioned about all Thar desert, what we have seen here with the intro and the body and as well as the conclusion. So for this type of questions, the conclusion should be like it's a very vital role because we have to give some suggestions, not our perspective, but in a generalized manner. So coming to next one, Uttarkashi flash flood. It's a glacier or flood dynamics. That's what the next topic is. If you observe, whenever we get floods or something, we'll surely say that it is maybe because of the cloud burst or because of the flash floods. But differentiating between the flash floods and the cloud burst is an important thing. So, but whatever happened in the Uttarkashi, it's not a cloud burst because according to IMD, a cloud burst requires 100 mm of rainfall in an hour. But if you see Uttarkashi, there is only 2.7 mm in 24 hours. So that's why it's not a cloud burst and it's a glacier lake outburst. That's what you have to remember. And if you see, this is how usually flood occurs because of the air rising. All the moist content in the air rises and reaches to the top level. After that, because of our climate change or heat, it starts rainfall. That's what I have shown you here. And this is the main question because it's a very important thing now because we can see so many places with the glacier outburst and cloudburst, etc., etc. So it's again important thing. And whenever you are writing for this type of case studies, you have to mention case study if not asked, and that too implications, writing implication for this type of case studies also plays an important role. And so Till now, we have discussed 3 questions and with the 3 topics. For this question, I'll be giving you the question with just a model, intro and the conclusion. You have to write the full answer and send us. So before going to this, please like, comment or share our Vishnu IAS Academy YouTube channel. So if you come to this Mahanadi water dispute, which is between Odisha and Chhattisgarh. So if you observe here, the downstream of Odisha and the upstream of Chhattisgarh, they both have conflict because of the reduced inflows to Hirakuda. So now our Central Water Commission is playing important role in order to settle down this dispute. Whenever you see this type of questions, it's always better to mention or interlink with the other subjects like polity also. If you see, Article 262 empowers Parliament to settle this disputes. In the same way, Interstate River Water Dispute Act 1956 and the same way Rivers Board Act 1956 and again tribunals were formed in 2018. And if you see Chhattisgarh, Kalma, Kelo are the certain dams have been constructed, and Odisha also has effects because of the irrigation and ecology. So this is the question I said. So please write and send us all the body and the whole answer for it. So next would be prelim facts. So if you observe Great Barrier Reef, it's an important thing because if you see Great Barrier Reef, it's a plays important role, and 2024 its bleaching has been started. And if you observe process of coral bleaching, when coral is in healthy state, other factors like climate change or temperatures triggers a stress. Because of the algae explosion, it starts bleaching and the outcome is full of devastated, we can see the corals. And if you observe the geographical significance of this, we can see world largest coral reef spanning between 20,300 kilometers in Queensland, Australia, where it is northeastern part of Australia, and it is World Heritage declared as a World Heritage Site in 1981 itself. And it supports these many species we can see. And as I said, there are certain threats because of the increased sea temperature and pollution, over exposure of the sunlight and extreme low tides and the cold stress events also. These are some stress events. Because of this, we can see the bleaching of the coral reefs. And if you observe certain highlights, as I said, where it is location and formation, they are coral polyps with the calcium carbonate structures. And zooxanthellae is the basic element in the coral reefs. Because of the heat stress, it's getting loss of this zooxanthellae. And legal status, this is related to some act in Australia. And if you see economic value, it contributes around 6 billion Australian dollars per year. That's why in 2050, Australia has launched the plan to protect them. For this thing, we have to see the implications also, right? So biodiversity decline, ecosystem collapse are the certain implications for this. And if you see particularly regarding to India, we can see coral reefs in this Gujarat, Rann of Kutch and Lakshadweep and Andaman, and here especially Gulf of Mannar. So if you start interlinking with present news, Tamil Nadu government, in order to protect all the coral reefs in Gulf of Mannar, especially in an island called Kariyachelli. So Kariyachelli, it has launched a program named TN Shore. Why? In order to protect coral reefs as well as a species. And that's why I have given here this program name, everything. Please go through it once, you can understand easily. And our next thing would be Sea of Galilee. As we see in the current news, suddenly this Sea of Galilee turns into red, etc., etc. Now we'll see the reason behind and the importance of this Galilee Sea. Because if you see Sea of Galilee, It's completely in Israel, but it flows into the Jordan Rift Valley. So it's between Israel and Jordan boundaries. That's why it's very important. Now our thing is why it has turned into a red color. It has turned into red color because of this Botryochus burani. It's a single-celled green algae that is found in only in the fresh or brackish lakes. It's a freshwater lake now. So because of this ability to produce hydrocarbons and because of the polymers and the reflections, now we can see the red color in the sea. And if you see about some important things about the Sea of Galilee, it is also known as Lake Kinnemet. And if you observe, this is Israel's largest freshwater lake. And as I said, it is fed by Jordan River and lies within the Jordan Rift Valley. And it's a part of tectonic plate between the African and Arabian plate. So it's a part of this plate. That's why you can see a rift valley over there. So it will be always, it's a ecologically balanced and it's a geologically active region. That's what you can see in this image, red color. So even this has an historical importance. If you observe in the biblical text, you can see the mention of this Galilee Sea, and modern day you can see national water carriers also plays an important role because it's a part of Israel. And recently environmentalist has raised a concern regarding the decrease of level in the water of that sea. That's why, and it's a geologically active, so there is a high chance of getting earthquakes also. That's why you have seen here. And if you come to the next important current affair, that's a Dardanelles strait. Where is Dardanelles strait? If you see, there is a narrow strip. Where it is? It is in Turkey. And if you see, this connects Aegean Sea with Sea of Marmara. And if you can see, there is a one more important strait called Bosphorus Strait. So this Dardanelles Strait, it connects even to the Black Sea. So Europe with the Asia, it's connect whole thing with the small strait Dardanelles. That's why it's very important. So if you see, there is an place or port in the Turkey which is called as Kankali port, where we can observe some wildfires. Because of that, it has been temporarily closed. So if you observe, there are approximately 100 ships per day, but it has been closed now for temporary purpose. That's why you have to see about this strait, and as a map pointing also you have to remember, because once if you see this map with the visually with your eyes, then it's a very easy for you to remember. And if you see, observe some important things, as I said, this Dardanelles Strait, it plays an important role in Gallipoli campaign, which occurred in the Greece-Turkey part in the ancient Europe history. And if you observe, there are important ports like Gallipoli, Ekabat and Kankali in Turkey. Because of this, more prominence has been given to this strait. And even in a World War I also, there is an important event, Gallipoli campaign, where Dardanelles Strait played an important role. So that's why seeing this, as I said, Bosphorus, Black Sea, and these whole connection is happening because of the Dardanelles Strait. That's why it's very important to know about this Dardanelles Sea. So as we promised, we'll be giving you 3 MCQs daily, and those who comment first in the comment section of answer of these questions will be announcing in the next day. So this is our first question regarding the Himalayan pilgrimage zone and the flash flood. So please look into this question and answer us in the comment section. First question. And the second question is about the disaster management Himalayan pilgrimage corridors because of Amarnath Yatra and Manasarovar Yatra. These are important. Read this question carefully and answer us in the comment section. So next question will be based on again cloudburst in Himalayas, and these are the options. So this what we can see, these 3 questions. So with this we'll end for today. Hope you like our initiative. So please comment answers for all the 3 MCQs which I have given in the comment section, as well as in description we'll be giving the email ID of our Vishnu IAS Academy. You can write the answer of 4th question which I have given the conclusion and intro part and send us. So best answer will be correcting each and every day, and we'll be announcing the best answer next upcoming day. With this, let's take a leave. So please like, share, comment our Vishnu IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you.